Welcome to Soft Launch, everybody. Episode 7 out this motherfucker, man. Took a break for a minute. Now we back with the jump off. I don't know. Goons in the coat. I don't even know exactly.
I have no idea. I just know she's like, watch a Sprite can disappear in my mouth.
Oh, yeah. Lil' Kim. Freaky bitch. And that's how we start episode 7 of Soft Launch, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Soft Launch podcast. I'm Jason Mendoza. This is my queen, Samantha Santos.
Hello.
2 New York City comedians turned passionate lovers.
Very passionate.
And we're here to, bring our, levity and humor to this world that desperately needs it. And we're back with episode 7.
With episode 7, week 8.
Yep, you know what I mean? I had to take last week off. Had a family engagement. It's
been literally an engagement party. Fun times. That was good. JC got an introduction to my fam.
Yeah, man. Met the whole family.
Well, you met my fam at the week before at the baptism, but then we were getting kind of crazy at this one.
We was getting active.
My aunt tried to dance to him and then was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, man. Yo, her aunt played the shit out of me because I didn't even want to dance, and she was like, "Come on, you're Latino, you know how to dance." And then I got up, and she was like, "Sit the fuck back down." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "You're doing too much hips." I'm like, "Well, you fucking made me get up." You know what I'm saying? Is the least I could do is give some hips, and then you don't want the hips. It's like, what is it? Uchi Wally or is it one mic? Which one do you want? Titi Gilda. You know what I'm saying? But
you know which one it is.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. Shout out to her family. You know what I'm saying?
That was fun.
It's good. And that's why we was gone, but now we're back. And things is different now. You know what I'm saying? Things have changed. Greatly. I'm a different man than I was the last episode. Shit is real different right now.
Yeah.
I'm moving different. My body different.
I thought she was going to, and I know what you're about to talk about, but I thought you were going to talk about your hair.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That is what I'm talking about. I'm just that's part of it. The fact that there's 2 major changes in my life. You know what I'm saying?
JC got a haircut. He's looking cute.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well just hop right into this motherfucker.
I think we should.
One thing about I'll go first. Number 1, come on, son. Y'all see the bounce.
Y'all see the
volume. Y'all see the hydration. You know what I'm saying? Your boy is back on the couch with a brand new cut. You know what I'm saying? Took some inches off. Some inches off the hair, but I'm feeling so good that I added those inches onto my penis.
I knew it was gonna happen.
I'm saying? I'm feeling confident.
I have not seen that.
I'm looking my best. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about what you see. It's about how I feel.
Okay.
And I feel great.
I haven't felt that either.
Shout out to you know what? Sam is really just talking a whole bunch of shit because this morning we made
Here we go.
I
cannot with you ever. We don't need to update people.
Well, you keep bringing it up.
It's funny. Move past it.
No, because you keep now you're just poking shots at me, and it's like, all right, let me give you the context of what's actually happening in our sex life.
No one needs to hear that.
All right. Well, if you want to hear it, leave a comment, and I'll explain it in great depth in episode 9. You know what I'm saying? Something that I'm obviously not getting inside of my queen. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying
7.
Oh yeah.
Can't count. That's why you're talking about these inches that you don't have. This man can't count.
Yeah, says the college dropout. Oh,
says the girl making more money than you.
Yeah, but that does bring us to another new thing about my life. I got a new job, ladies and gentlemen. New job, little pay cut, but a lot more freedom, more flexibility.
It's in comedy.
It's closer to comedy.
It's in comedy.
It's comedy adjacent.
It isn't. It's in comedy.
It's not inside of comedy. It's in media, which is good, and it has comedic elements to it. It's not fully in comedy, but I'm getting close. I'm going to be managing a social media account called Soccer Memes. So, if y'all like soccer and memes, fucking ask me, and I'll send you the links to the pages I'll be running. I'm very excited about it. Shout out to Adrian over at WMG.
Yes.
My man Foots got me the hook up on a job, and now that just means, honestly, no more fucking kids.
Yeah,
man.
that's amazing.
No more kids. I didn't tell my job that I'm quitting yet. I'm going to let those checks rack up.
Hopefully they don't see this.
If they do, y'all can suck my ass, because until you file it with HR, this shit is, I'm just talking shit as far as I'm concerned. But real, it's man, and you know what? I'm gonna be fair. Like, it's the people at the job are not that bad.
No, it's
and
not the
honestly,
people.
The kids are not that bad either. It's the nature of teaching is fucking horrible.
I don't even know. I don't even know how that even. Well, I know how it came about, but I can't believe you chose to be a teacher of all things. I'm
gonna be real. Like, cause before I got that job, I had never had a big boy job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And then somebody around me was just like, "Oh, you'd be good at teaching," and I have a hookup at a school, and I'll be like, "All right, bet, do it." You know what I'm saying? It's actually funny, and I'm glad that I don't have to do it no more, because it's like the last weight off my shoulder from my last relationship. And it's actually funny. I wrote at the beginning of the school year, they have us write a note to ourselves and put a date on it. And on that date, they come and give you the note that you wrote to yourself, right? So I picked like close to the last day of school. And then I got the note. And then in the note, it was just like, look at you, still working the job that your ex helped you get. You're fucking pathetic, LMAO. And I put this in the note and I forgot I did it and I was just dying.
That's
laughing.
So funny.
I'm like, yo, this is hilarious. He's like, hey man, if you're gonna be here, fucking use it for what you can. If not, get another job.
Get another job.
And
absolutely.
I read that and I was like, yo, that's hysterical.
That's so funny.
I mean, you know,
I don't know how you thought teaching was gonna be the thing.
I never did. The two things is that my ex's sister worked at the high school version of the school that I'm at, which, you know, was the hookup that I needed to get in. And then honestly watching Jared Waters do it, like I'm like, oh, Jared Waters is a comedian that I look up to. He's busy, he's booked, and he has his life figured out to a degree that he's a fully functioning person in a relationship and financially outside of comedy. And he's still one of the best in the business. So I was like, that looks like a pretty good blueprint. So I just followed it to the T. And now I think it's funny because Jared's leaving teaching and I'm leaving teaching at the same time.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm thrilled. I'm ecstatic. I'm a little nervous financially because it's a big step back, but you know what I'm saying? I'll be good. And
you will be. I'm not worried.
You shouldn't be because you're paying the bills now, baby. We have activated sugar baby mode. You know what I'm saying? We are out here just fucking real feminism.
Did we just activate it?
Nah,
according to my calculations.
Hey, don't. All right, nah, because
I'm just kidding.
There was a while where number one, you weren't working, and then when you got a job, we were making the same.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you got a new job and now you're making more. And I'm just making that gap bigger because I'm really passionate about closing the wage gap. And if you're a real feminist, fellas, quit your job and let your lady make more than you. If you really believe in women's rights and equality, you know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to talk about it, but you got to be about it. You know what I'm saying? What do? I don't make money. I don't fix things. You know what I'm saying? What else don't I do? I don't know, man. I don't make money. I don't fix shit. And I eat mad puss. You know what I'm saying?
It's so funny how far we've come. Because you remember, like, I grew up in a time where like a man would be like, I'm never eating pussy.
Yo, wasn't that wild? How guys were so vehemently against.
Honestly, though, none of the dudes I've ever been with have ever been like that. But I remember, like, in school, people would be like, nasty, never, but I'll get my dick sucked. And I'm like, boy, eat this pussy. What are we talking about?
I don't know, guys. The mental backflips the mental aerobics we will do to make really heterosexual things gay is hilarious.
And then I think my favorite thing is like when you meet somebody who's like, you know, not too far from your age, and they still have that mentality. Like there's dudes that'll be like, nah. Like remember, like, is it Big Pun in one of his songs? Let you know I don't go down. Yeah.
Ooh, hey, slow down, baby. Let you know from the gate, I don't go down, baby. That was a Fat Joe. Fat Joe, another Puerto Rican.
Which is crazy.
Because I know it's in his blood to eat
one thing about him, he absolutely does it. He absolutely does it.
One thing about Fat Joe,
there's nothing he hasn't eaten.
I was about to say, he hasn't come across a thing that he hasn't scarfed down.
Well, that's how, remember? So DJ Khaled famously said he doesn't. Okay, let's be careful because you don't got that insurance anymore for them teeth.
First of all, I got that insurance until September, baby. True. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me nicely. I'm actually, I'm the breadwinner still. Now I'm the breadwinner, actually.
Yeah, you're about to be
because
I
have 3 jobs, so suck my asshole.
I'm going to send you a bunch of links of things that I want. But anyway, DJ Khaled famously was like, nah, I'm a king and I don't eat pussy, which was just insane. But remember Nicki Minaj did that song? She's like something about DJ Khaled. She's like, ain't no fat motherfucker telling me what he don't eat or something like that. And I'm just like, I can't believe he went on a nationally syndicated radio show and was like, hey, my wife, I don't go down on her. I'm like, wow, his wife has never had an orgasm.
Yeah, bro.
There's no way.
Men are
the worst because somebody that looks like DJ Khaled went on there like, I'm a king. It's like, baby, please.
Crazy.
Are you out of your fucking mind? You disgusting fat pig.
He's the best. He's the best music.
I tried to listen to his last album and I hated it.
Well, I mean, I don't like the type of music he makes. I like the singles that come out. I don't mind
some of them.
I'm not gonna listen to a full DJ Khaled project.
I think he might be one of the worst. If you were like famous, to hang out with DJ Khaled must be exhausting.
Listen, you're offending Rollin greatly.
No way.
DJ Khaled is Rollin's king. If you ever like actually sit down and think about the conversation, Rollin's one of my closest friends. That's where his personality comes from. He's like, that's his whole thing is DJ Khaled.
No way.
So he's gonna listen to this and it's gonna become a
he's
topic
gonna message me.
Yeah, you're dead to me.
He also said it was wild that I ate country gravy, and it's like, come on,
Yeah,
live a little. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mind DJ Khaled's music, and I think his position in general, his disposition is pretty funny. He just doesn't eat pussy. That's really
no. I think he's really just an annoying. Like I never watch a DJ Khaled video that ever like goes viral, and I laugh. I'm always like, this.
No, that's
motherfucker.
crazy.
I don't think he's funny. I don't
Not
think he's
at
funny.
all?
No, I think he's super corny.
Well, of course
it's
he's
just like an
corny.
absolute. For me, it's like fame and money doesn't make you cool.
You always go
so I'm
too
like,
far.
no, I'm just like, you could tell this man was corny in real life, and he's corny now. His money and his fame doesn't change it. It's hey, you're still an absolute cornball, and I don't want to hang out with you.
Nobody's taking.
I mean, one thing about DJ
corny-
Khaled, he doesn't want to hang out with me.
Nobody's taking corny off of the.
Have
the
you
table.
seen his hot ones?
But he's
one of
funny.
the worst.
He's a funny guy. He's not hilarious, but he's
No, I
to
think
say
he's
that he's
corny.
not funny at all. That's
not.
That's wrong.
Well, I take comedy. I'm passionate about comedy.
Yeah, but you don't understand.
You didn't watch old seasons of Vanderpump, but there's like an episode where Kristen's friend. You met Kristen.
You do this every
No.
week.
But Kristen's friend is like, I do stand-up comedy, and Ariana apparently did comedy at one point, and she's like, I'm very passionate about comedy, and so like for her to say that is crazy, and it's just it's a funny thing because she's absolutely not passionate about comedy.
Yeah.
Can you open this?
She's passionate.
Not with
about
your teeth.
getting fucking cheated on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so we've Vanderpump and baby.
What? Do you want it open or do you not want it opened?
Oh, look at somebody acting crazy for the cameras.
3 jobs. You just everything I do is a fucking problem. Open the drink, not like that,
Open
motherfucker.
your
Open the door. The fuck is wrong, son? Everything I do, you know what I mean? But
Well, cheers.
cheers to that.
Who the fuck is texting
That's
us?
Cab Washington. Shout out to Cabernet Washington. But yeah, man, get back on track. I got a haircut. I think it looks great. Shout out to Filament Salon in the Lower East Side. Check there for all your curly cut needs, which I had to.
Me too. I got my hair cut there too.
Exactly, and I had to.
My hair looks awful.
No, it doesn't look awful.
We're not getting into
It's
it.
just not ready, but it will be. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Filament. Everybody, all my curly girlies and curly fellas listening to this, if you're looking for a place to cut your hair that's not going to fucking knock you the fuck upside the head with prices, then
yeah.
go to Filament. Because my lady, shout out to Deja, has been the only curly haircut lady I had.
Until
and she's great, but the salon that she's working at now, I just can't afford it. $200 for a haircut.
$180 for a haircut.
I can't afford
He
that.
told me, he's like, hey, it's $180. I was like, get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
I can't afford it. And it's, salute to her, and I hope her clientele and her business is booming. But, it's okay to have a line that you won't cross for services. And I went back to Filament, and they treated me great. I love my haircut. Shout out to them.
They're great. I like them. I got my hair cut there, and I liked it. It's just a comfortable environment.
So that's where I'm at with it. And one thing about me, new job,
Yeah.
new cut. I'm a brand new bitch. All right, talk to me nicely, not twicely. You heard? Get everything right the first time, because next time might be the worst time.
Okay.
You heard?
Yesterday's price, not today's price.
Not today's price. That's also a Fat Joe line.
Yes.
So I'm saying that's the duality of man. Sometimes you get
Sometimes
they
you
don't
get
eat
it
pussy,
right.
but sometimes they're fucking hilarious.
Look at the lighting just changed. The sun came out.
You know
We
what
look
I'm saying?
fantastic.
Shout out to Mother Nature and this motherfucker. What about you, baby?
One thing about me is I am a born and raised New Yorker, as we know.
Yes.
And for the first time in my life, 35 years living here, I had a rat run into my foot.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
And it was like one of the first warm days. I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear a dress.
Open.
You know?
Yeah, dress.
I did wear sneakers, thank God. But
Big rat.
we were walking. I was in a great mood. I think we had just had good sets. And walking by our bodega and went in, got some snacks. And then there is this black dumpster thing outside that when the store is closed, rats run in and out of this dumpster thing. But when the store is open, usually never, because the lights are too bright and they usually don't. So I usually run past it, but they caught me slipping.
Caught you slipping.
We were walking
your
and
back
it was
leg, too.
my back leg. I took a step in the back leg and it hit into my ankle. Yeah. My bare skin ankle.
Yeah, man. It was tough. And when
And
I
it
tell
was
you,
I was having a moment.
You're
My
still,
reaction was
you're still in the moment. I'm gonna be real. And in person, like when it's just Samantha and I, it's very easy to be supportive and loving because the emotions that you feel are real and they're happening now. But now that we're on the pod a couple weeks later, I can confidently tell you all that this bitch made the biggest fucking deal of this shit that I've ever. We don't walk down the block anymore.
I won't.
We have to walk in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
And maybe get it, like it's so ridiculous. And my thing with rats, like nobody loves rats, right? Nobody likes them. They're pretty gross. But like What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Coming from somebody who hasn't had a rat hit their foot.
Yeah, but if it did, then you just keep it.
I was assaulted.
You know what? Then be grateful you didn't get rat raped.
It was close.
No, it wasn't that
Touched
close.
my leg.
Yeah, but
I didn't ask. It was no consent.
Yeah.
It was so. I almost couldn't. I was in. I felt something hit my leg, and I was like, "What?" And then I turned. And it was the size of Texas. It was huge. Oh my God, it was so disgusting. And then I was like, ah! Like screaming, and then he was super great, super supportive. And then we were sitting up here, and I was still having a moment.
Yeah.
And I was like, just laugh.
I know, because I was trying not to.
I was like, is it funny? Is it funny? And you were like, a little bit.
Nah, it was a big ass rat though.
It was so.
Imagine
big.
if it was like a southern rat, like it bumped into your leg and it just said, "Life starts at conception."
You know how like Texas ladies are like, the bigger the hair, the closer to God. That's what the rat was saying. It's like, the bigger the rat, the closer to God.
Yeah, it was a big rat. I would have definitely been
huge.
annoyed, but it's
Annoyed?
It's just a part of it is a part of living in New York.
What are you saying? People don't just get rats walking into their foot.
No, but I mean, there's a lot of rats and they scurry about, and I'm not happy that they're there, but like, you can't alter your life to avoid the rats that are going to be there no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck you. Whose side are you on?
I'm on New York side.
Fuck off. That's because you grew up with like raccoons, which also apparently in my neighborhood now we have.
I don't love raccoons
in Manhattan,
yeah.
We're walking the dog, and I'm like, is that a cat? And then it's just a raccoon.
And then it stands up on its hind legs and goes.
I was like, that's a fucking raccoon.
Yeah, man.
In Manhattan.
All right, I don't like varmint. I don't like rodents, but like.
What did you like?
Vermin.
You said varmin. It's vermin.
It's different. I'm not a teacher anymore, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't like varmin.
Out of it. I don't care for varmin. I don't care for farming. I don't care for people who are jarmin.
All right. And we only use Charmin.
Oh! That joke was so good that it's alarming.
Oh my God. Feed me because I'm starving.
No, that doesn't work. Carmen and starving.
All right. You couldn't go. Your joke sucked so bad and I lifted it up. You couldn't help me out a little bit.
No, my joke was bad. I'm sorry that we got here. But yeah, everything comes to an end. And so did that joke. We had a moment and it's done. And shout out to Samantha for persevering. I know the rat.
It was bad, but I haven't walked down that. Even during the day, I'm like, oh, I know. Fuck me.
To be fair, it is gross. I would have been pissed, but
I think I live in our neighborhood is the worst. It's got to be the worst neighborhood for rats.
The biggest rat population.
I have never. I grew up in New York City. No, I've never seen. You can stand in one spot and just watch rats running back and forth. It's
relay
horrifying.
This motherfucker.
It's hard. It's really disgusting. And I've seen people way more scared than me of rats. Maybe the closest encounter I had in the last year was I was getting on a city bike on Grand Street. And I started to ride, and a rat ran out, and I ran over its tail, and it like made the noise. I was like, ah! And I was just like riding away as fast as I could. Yeah. I was, oh my God, it was horrible.
My biggest rat encounter was outside of Greenwich Comedy Club.
There was a rat there?
Huge. So I was outside of Greenwich, and
it's such a small block.
I know. So we're like, the show's over, and maybe Matt Aravalo and Drex were like outside of the club waiting for people to come out to tell us we did a good job, because that's what
that's what we do. That's what we need. Our ego stroked.
We have a really good set.
I love that.
We'll sit outside and we'll wait for the let out. And I'm sitting outside and I'm leaning on the tree, and there's a fucking huge rat
in the tree.
Like that jumped off the tree, but like it was like if I'm here, it was like right here.
Was it a possum?
It was a rat.
That's crazy. I didn't know rats. I know they climb, but I guess trees, I just didn't know.
But it was huge, and like it was so close.
Oh, I hate that.
And it would have been in my hair. It would have been rough.
Oh my God.
That's always where I come from. Where it's like, oh, if it touches my foot, I mean, if I had to hand pick a part of my body for a rat to touch, it would be my foot. Where would you have it run through? I know, obviously nowhere.
Nowhere.
But if you had to pick a body part,
nowhere.
where would you? Yeah, but if you had to pick a body part, but if you had to. All right, you're fucking dead, bitch.
Yeah, put me in a submarine and watch me implode. I'd rather.
Which is going to bring us to our next segment, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so boom, which is perfect because motherfuckers was imploding. Out this I mean, this is
I want to start off by saying
No. I want to start off.
No, I want to start by saying that I was deeply saddened.
Nobody gives a fuck, bro, how sad you were. Nobody cares.
I do.
I just want to start by saying how excited I was to pod when I heard these people's predicament. Because I'm like, oh, this is great. This is something that everybody's going to relate to, that everybody wants to talk about. It's a lot of discourse. I'm very excited to talk Titanic. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I am saddened by the story. I don't want to just laugh at people's death.
Explain the story for some
All right.
viewers.
So
A
couple billionaires wanted to spend their Father's Day spending $250,000 to go down
each. That's a cool meal for all four. Yeah,
to go down to the ocean in a Mini Cooper. It looked like it was the tiny. It was like a fucking clown car.
Yeah.
And they paid $250,000 to go down to see the Titanic.
Yep.
And it was freezing. Like they had to dress up really warm because it's absolutely freezing in there. And they were moving with a fucking Nintendo controller.
Yep.
And then it was not their first that submarine's first voyage, but 7 times too many because it went down and didn't even get to the Titanic and it just imploded. And then the ship that was watching it lost track of it and then they didn't know it imploded, but that's what happened. And then it turned into like a 4-day search.
4-day search. We thought there was a countdown for their
oxygen, but thank God they died before that because couldn't think of a worse way to die than to know
Slowly
it's coming and then you're just
oxygen.
like, oh my God, I can't even imagine. So all of these people died, including a 19-year-old boy
who didn't even want to go.
Who didn't want to go and just went because it was Father's Day and his dad wanted him to go. And unfortunately, there were 2 Pakistani people on there. Everyone was like, all these fucking white billionaires.
2 Pakistani people on there?
Yeah, 100%. They're the richest Pakistani family, one of the richest Pakistani families.
Where do they live though?
I mean, they live here.
I know they're from.
No, but the dad from Pakistan.
All right, so one Pakistani person.
Well, and the son. What does that make you?
But he's definitely.
Are you not Puerto Rican?
No, I know, but I'm also not the richest Puerto Rican. So.
But I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, but I think his dad, still has ties to Pakistan. It's a thing.
True. They definitely looked Caucasian.
No, they didn't.
Yes,
did you see what the dad looked like? No,
I saw all 4 people in that shit look.
No, the picture I showed you was not them.
Oh, so show
that
me
was just other people that were in there. But
show me the other people. How many people were in there?
No, like
only 4 people.
A different voyage. You saw pictures of.
Oh, well, yeah. Man, and motherfuckers died, you know what I'm saying? And our big debate here in this household, and some of the discourse on Twitter was how people didn't like the fact that jokes were being made at such a high clip. And me personally, that guy looks sweet. Damn, that's tough.
When you put a face to it, it really does change
it makes it
things.
sad. Makes it sad. But what a fucking dumb idea.
I mean, but also so is jumping out of a plane, and a lot of poor people do that.
And those motherfuckers, if they died, you wouldn't get any sympathy from me either.
No, I mean, for me, a life is a life, so I felt really bad. But the jokes,
a life is first of all,
jokes.
A life is not a life.
Of course, it is.
No, it's not. It's not a life when
from
it belongs
conception.
to a
I'm joking.
They sound like a rat, dude. No, man. When it's billionaires, I think not only is it understandable to have a lack of empathy, it is okay. It is not encouraged, but it's like you're not wrong to have a lack of empathy for people like that in general.
I don't know why we hate billionaires.
I don't know why you
because if I was
them.
I don't stand them. I'm just like, okay, good for you. You made a lot of money. I mean, if I was I don't want Jay-Z's about to be a billionaire. Do we care if he dies? Of course.
Yeah, but Jay-Z's different.
No, it's not.
Yes,
just because you like what he did.
Yes.
But a billionaire is still a human being. And one thing about me, if I was what do you think I don't? It's all these people like, fuck billionaires. Like, bitch, if I had the opportunity to be a billionaire, sign me the fuck up. Are you kidding me?
But you're never going to be a billionaire.
Do not give me what I can and cannot be. Because one thing about me, I will go ahead and become one.
Okay, so do it. And then I'll have empathy. But until that fucking billionth dollar's made, I'm going to make fun of these people.
No.
Because rarely, very rarely does somebody get to become a billionaire without some level of exploitation of labor on some account. $1 billion is an ungodly amount of money.
Of course.
It's not practical. It is a ridiculous. Nobody should have $1 billion. Not to say that they don't deserve it or they don't work hard enough or their product isn't good enough, but nobody needs $1 billion.
Of course not. But
so
I don't care if people have
$1 billion, why do I have to feel sorry for you? You're so blessed. You're not even
because people with money are never sad.
No, I'm not saying that they're not sad, but it's like, why can't I fucking make the jokes?
You can make the jokes. Go ahead, let's make the jokes. What the fuck is the problem?
What's the problem with making fun of dead people? Honestly, any dead people, I'm cool with making fun of because it's like they're dead. What's the big deal? What are they going to be upset? They can't. They're dead. It's fine.
You're just villainizing yourself. People love you, and then I'm gonna. Whenever these bitches on Hannah Burner's things are like, he is the best, I'm gonna clip this.
Okay, so what? So what? I think it's okay to make fun of dead people. Everything I think in the world is funny eventually. All right, Twitter just got there to this submarine thing super fast.
I just was like, imagine that was your family.
That would stink.
I mean, but one thing about their family is they were on Twitter asking Blink-182 to give him a shout out,
and he's
asking
the
only fans to fuck him.
And he's the only guy that understands.
But did you see what then? Like, apparently things
Cardi
came
B,
out. No. But like some girls were like, this man's a stalker. Like he's a horrible person. Clearly, he was Blink-182. My stepfather is missing. Shout me out. I'm like, what are we talking?
Hey man, you got to do what you got to do to live how you. People grieve different.
Where did the Titanic sink?
In the ocean.
I know, but they were saying it was something like off of Canada. I was like, wow, they were almost here. They almost made it.
I got so close.
Because they were supposed to come to New York, no?
I thought they set sail from New York.
Oh, baby.
I don't fucking know, man.
Europe.
What the fuck? I don't know.
Did you not watch the movie?
Yeah, but I'm not a fucking Titanic historian.
Guys, just give us 1 second. You better relax.
No, because
you're coming in at 1,000.
I have opinions, and God forbid that they're different from your opinion.
That wasn't an opinion. I just said,
and I don't know. I don't know.
And did you not see the movie when she's like in the rescue boat, and then she looks up and she sees the Statue of Liberty? Baby,
my thing is, if I saw the movie and knew, I wouldn't be confused. I saw the movie. Obviously, I don't remember the detail. So did you not see it? I mean, I don't fucking remember. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, they came from Europe. I just don't remember where they came from in Europe, but it came from Europe. So everybody on the boat had like an accent, except for Jack. He was American, but I don't know how that all happened. But
they're fake people, so it didn't really.
Great movie.
Yeah, classic.
Oh my God, such a good movie. There was a funny tweet that I saw that was like, "What else do you need to explore about the Titanic?" The movie was 3.5 hours long.
Yo, for real, man. For real. This is the Twitter. The MVP of the whole week is Twitter. Twitter flamed these rich motherfuckers. And I'm not saying they deserve to die. I'm not saying that. But everybody deserves to get made fun of. Everybody. And it's okay that these people got made fun of. They don't give a shit. They're dead. But the jokes were hilarious. They made my week. All right. And I think that's what we need. That's what we need is people to make light of these situations.
For sure.
And if you're really upset
unless you're their family member. But yeah.
Well, then you shouldn't be on Twitter in the time of crisis.
It was very funny. The tweets were insane.
Hysterical.
They were so
hysterical.
Funny. Oh my God.
We should have loaded them up and just read them.
I know.
That's the only part about being a comedian that's hard is when something like that happens and then the jokes from the internet, from like professional funny people on the internet, but they're just so good.
It was so tight. Good.
Just perfect execution from Twitter. I love a tragedy that Twitter rallies around and just like, yo, we're just not going to take this seriously.
I think my favorite thing is like people who, I mean, like I have thoughts of like, this is not funny, but I would never be like, guys, not funny. But it's those people that are like, really people? A time like this? It's like, we're teacher. Yeah. What are we talking about? Shut the fuck up.
Yes,
people have
time
fun.
Like this all the time. No time off.
I do think it is funny when people on Twitter do this, but then if it's somebody that they care about that dies, and then someone does a video about or something like when Kobe died, and anybody poked fun, it was like, this is not the time.
That wasn't funny.
It's probably funny to the woman he.
He didn't. That's not even funny. Get her out of here. Honestly.
He didn't rape anybody. I don't think.
No, get her out of here, dude. What are you telling jokes about that's so funny now? Oh, because a black man something happened.
Oh
nah.
God.
Now it's too real. Now everything is too serious.
I think everyone should know that I took a day off of work after Kobe died because I was so distraught.
I took a day off too, but that's only because I didn't have a fucking job at the time. But I was just already.
No, I could not. That was so sad.
That was the saddest shit. And tragedy is sad to everybody. But even when that happened, motherfuckers tried to make jokes. But if the whole world, I'm not saying groupthink is always right, but groupthink is always going to happen, right? And I'm not saying it's good to make decisions about people's careers and stuff like that, but if everybody is bent out of shape about Kobe Bryant passing, and you make a joke and everybody doesn't like it, it wasn't a good joke. That's all it, like, we're comedians. We are playing to the audience. If the audience hates the fucking joke, Either they suck or you suck, and it's the whole world on the internet is the audience, and you're the comedian. If the whole world is telling you that the shit is trash, maybe it wasn't as good a joke as you thought it was. Maybe the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. Where on the other foot, if the joke is being made about the Titanic and the whole world is laughing, maybe the shit's kind of funny. All right, I know it's not
it
fair,
was super funny.
but that's just the nature of the game that we play. Comedy is a game, and it's not a perfectly moral situation. It was.
I think it's just funny that they wanted to see the Titanic. It's just such a strange thing to want to see. I mean, I guess a shipwreck is. I guess it would be cool to see.
One thing about them, they weren't even. If it went well, they weren't going to see it. They were going to see it from a monitor.
$250,000 to look through a peephole.
Motherfuckers was scamming.
It literally like the people in your apartment is like the shit they were gonna look like. Wow, watch a documentary, bro.
I know.
What are we talking about? Like, I don't understand. And then I'm like, this 19-year-old boy. I mean, he missed because the Titanic became once like the movie came out, then people became obsessed
with it. Yeah,
with it. But I'm like, this 19-year-old boy. I mean, the movie didn't even come out. He was in 1998. He wasn't even born.
He probably saw it. He was like, this shit didn't even slap hard. This shit was bad.
Yeah, he wasn't even born at the time because when it came out, it was on VHS. You had to watch it, and then it would end, and you had to put another VHS in.
Yeah, you had a reloaded turbo. You had to gas it back up, man.
That shit was crazy. I'm like, this 19-year-old boy did not give a fuck about no Titanic. And then it's just, I'm like, it might, be cursed or something, that area. It's like the Bermuda Triangle of Canada.
Yeah, man. My whole thing is, I could get how somebody be like, oh, I would like to see that. That would be an interesting thing to see. But if I have that thought, it begins and ends at that thought. I might do some research, watch some videos, but like, the Titanic wreckage would probably be cool. Let me look up what that looks like. When you have as much money as these people have, those fleeting thoughts and feelings become actual possibilities.
Yeah.
Which is the problem. You shouldn't be able to have the option to be like, we should check out the fucking Titanic.
I mean, you should. If you have the money, that's fine. Because like James Cameron has done it, but it's like he went in a legit submarine. It's like you have the money to do it, and you went down in a rent-a-car.
How you a billionaire skimping? Dude? That's if anything, you deserve to pass from being cheap, bro.
I saw a very funny tweet that was like, it took them 40-something years to find the Titanic. You think they're gonna find this ibuprofen?
Bruh, those motherfuckers. What a loser way to go out. I'm gonna be real. Just nothing to gain from that. Yeah. Everything to lose, and you lost it all. Just loser behavior from those people.
Yeah, it's super weird. But I guess people do, because I know that if you go to Hawaii, you can take like the Pearl Harbor tour, and like there's like some ships that have sunk from then. And with Pearl Harbor, all these ships were like filled up with the most like oil and like stuff because they were like ready to do this voyage, and so ships sunk, and there's still like
barrels
fuel,
of oil and shit,
fuel like doing. And people go and like see the fuel come out, and they're like, "Wow, these people are dead down there." And to me, it's like, I have no desire. First of all, if I'm on vacation in Hawaii, I'm not gonna be like, you know what I should do? Go see the place where all these people died.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
go to a cemetery. If that's what you're into. It's just the whole thing. Like, I don't want to see the Titanic because it's a sad. It is very sad. Like I saw pictures today that people are trying to say is from the sub, but it's not. There's like shoes on the bottom of the ocean by the Titanic. Is like people's, it's sad. People died, and it's just like, why do we want to go see that? I just don't want to see it.
I will say, if that should happen more recently, like if the Titanic sunk now and it was such a big thing, like I would be tempted to go see, because the shoes would be way different. Like motherfuckers might have Jordans down there. I was like, damn.
There was a lot of jokes about like people going down, being like trying to find these billionaires' wallets.
Yo, for real. Nah, man, it's what a L for those people that died, and it's hard to feel bad for them, because like obviously hindsight is 2020. If they knew they were gonna die, they wouldn't have fucking done it. But it's so dumb when you really think. So stupid.
It's just a crazy thing. I have no desire, so I don't really get it.
Have, like that's why I don't even want to be a billionaire. I don't want to have that option to go see the wreckage of the Titanic.
Everybody better be careful if they ever find that Malaysian flight that went missing. People are gonna be fucking
like, yo, we out to Malaysia
to go see this plane. I mean, I guess it would be. I don't want to see it, but
what was your first thing when you thought of? What's the first, like? Where'd your mind go first when you heard the submarine shit, the Titanic shit?
After I had a panic attack because I thought of it, murdered. I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, running out of air.
Yeah, I was just like, the Titanic. I don't know. It's just so weird to me of all the things. I mean, I guess it is a cool thing. There's a shipwreck. I just, for me, I was just like, the Titanic. What are we talking about? And why in that? Like when I saw it, when they said a submarine, I picture. I mean, not that I'm well versed in submarines, but like when I was younger, I took a field trip to the Intrepid on 40-something Street, and they have a sub like outside of the water, obviously, that you can go in, and it's huge. So I was like, oh, that's crazy that they lost it, and then when I saw it, I was like, the fuck are we talking about? They were in an elevator.
Yeah.
And they couldn't wear shoes.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they had this little like makeshift like touch light. It's like
it's tiny, bro.
And then I was like, when I heard the price, I was like, oh, these motherfuckers got scammed.
Yeah.
It made me be like, I could start scamming billionaires.
Yeah, too much money, man. Too much money.
Yeah, the whole thing, none of it made any sense to me. So I was just very confused. But I think my favorite thing about this whole thing was James Cameron couldn't even wait for the news to drop. It was just like, man, I've been down there 33 times, baby. I don't know about you, but I don't implode.
It was like Anthony Moore tweeted it. He was like, yo, James Cameron's basically like, damn, R.I.P. I guess I'm just built different. That shit is crazy though. He really came out and he was like, yo, man, I could have been, if y'all would have asked me, I would have been told you these motherfuckers was dead. He was like, I knew it off rip. You don't go down there and shit. You don't lose a vessel, dude.
Well, do we call it a vessel?
You don't lose whatever the fuck it was.
I don't know what that was.
You don't lose a hoopty. You know what I'm saying? It's cheap, but you see the motherfucker. All right? I don't know. The funniest shit to me is thinking about, like now, I think about those people in the afterlife. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like people that die similar, like I can just imagine them meeting the people that died on the first Titanic. Because they all go into the same place. Like the people on the original Titanic was mad annoyed, but now they're like, all right, this is our community.
This is our community.
This is the people that died on the Titanic. We chilling in the afterlife.
There's 1,500 of us.
And then like they're all chilling, doing their thing at a town hall meeting or whatever the fuck is, whatever type of government is running their society now.
The afterlife.
And they get a knock on the door for the first time.
Guests.
50 years. Guests.
We got guests.
Hey, go down there and see who that at the door. And then they run down and it's 4 dudes. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing here? Y'all lost? Nah, man, we died on the Titanic. Y'all died on the Titanic. How'd y'all do that? We done did it 4 years ago. Willie, who all down there? Hey, man, you ain't gonna Clive. They saying they died at the Titanic. The Titanic, we died on the Titanic. You know them motherfuckers?
I ain't never seen y'all before.
I ain't never heard of y'all. What's the lady's name? Kathy Bates. You see these motherfuckers before, Kathy? I ain't never seen those motherfuckers a day in my life. I ain't. I would have known if they was on the top deck. And then so you just get down there and it's like, yo, they're trying to explain to these,
they're like, listen,
to these Titanic veterans that they also died.
Like, you dumbass, you dumb as shit.
He said, what did y'all
didn't learn from us?
How'd y'all die on the Titanic? We went to go see the wreck. Motherfucker, y'all ain't learned from the first time? See how well it panned out for us? Willie, come look at this. Willie, come look at this. What happened? They boys said they died on the Titanic. But we died on the Titanic. No, they did the new one. They made another.
I actually remember hearing recently that they were going to try to do like a whole new Titanic ship. Like, maybe. Who would get on that?
Let the name go.
Yeah. Or also, who would get on that? Probably a bunch of people, but stupid. Not for me.
It would be hilarious to go. I will say
And then it sinks?
To go on a cruise like a Titanic, that would be hysterical. That would be fun. Like I might think about it ironically if it was like price efficient. But dude, let's take a trip on the Titanic, dude. Oh, we're gonna sink and die. You know?
Do you remember the movie like they were trying to tell everybody it was fine? Yeah. There's like water all over the ground. People are like, "What's going on?" I'm like, it's fine. Just go back to your room.
Yeah. Nah, man, shit is. That's a nightmare way to die on a ship.
Oh my god,
a shipwreck.
A shipwreck.
A slow one.
Do you remember the? I guess you're not familiar with the movie, but there's like a part that's really sad because they started locking down, like where the poor people were. They started locking doors so the poor people got stuck.
Why did they do that? Just to the water or something? Or
because they didn't care about the poor people and they didn't have enough boats to save people. So they were like, well, these people are.
Shit.
Well, because like if you watch the movie, like. Mm-hmm. And apparently it was true, but like the bottom of the ship is where all the poor people stood, and they were like,
why? My whole thing is, why did they even let poor people on the ship?
That's weird.
Like if they're gonna put the rich people, why not just be rich bitch ship?
Well, because the thing is like they didn't have the stuff to like make it nice, so the bottom of the ship was shitty, and like the poor people were like sleeping with rats. It was really bad.
I get it, but it's like why even put them on there?
Well, because what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? No. Those people died too. They closed. The people with the coal, which is insane that's how the ship was moving. But so and there's a part in the movie where you see like this lady in bed, like a poor lady in bed with her kids, and she's reading them a story, and they're like scared, and you see the whole room filling up with water, and she's like, "It's okay, just go to sleep," because she couldn't get out, which is so sad. Those people just drowned to death. That's
the worst way to die. I can't imagine a worse death than drowning. So.
Well, running out of air is really nightmare. I couldn't imagine.
It's all shit, man. But yeah, dog. I don't even know why I let the poor people on the mother. That's just
I actually don't really get it. But I guess because they couldn't have rich people down there because there was rats and stuff.
Well, you trying? I know that, but why put anybody down there at that point?
Because they don't. When do people care about poor people?
Yeah, I guess y'all want to get on the boat. I guess so. But then I guess just get up in the top then. Like what happened with Jack.
Oh, but they weren't allowed to.
I know, but some did, obviously.
Well, because Jack had Riz.
Jack built different.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was drawing and shit. Or this bitch was trying to kill herself. That's what it was. He caught her trying to kill herself. Remember, she's like on the water, and then he's like grabs her.
Is that what she was trying? She was trying to commit suicide?
She was trying to commit suicide. She was going to jump off the boat. And then he caught her, and then they tried to say that he tried to rape her because they lied about it. Because when she catches him, and then people come, and then she's like, I slipped. And then they see like her dress was ripped and stuff. And so they're like, he tried to, when he was like, no, you know, she didn't want to say she tried to kill herself. So then
she let it happen.
Then her fiance was like a dick. Was like, why is her dress ripped? And then they were like, he tried to rape her or whatever.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was crazy. But great movie.
Yeah,
fantastic
man.
Movie.
What would you do if you were the comedian on that cruise?
On the Titanic?
If you were booked to do the Titanic.
I would have done, well, again, you haven't seen the movie, but the
no, I've seen it, but the violins, I'm going out.
You going down?
The bits.
Yeah. You know what I think is always...
Look at this motherfucker trying to live and shit. Go climb, Jeff.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, how y'all doing? How'd y'all meet? Y'all met good? Well, shit. How long y'all been together? About to be forever in death with me.
Now I would have been just like Rose's fiance. I would have grabbed some kid that wasn't mine. Like, I'm all she has. That's what he tried to do to get on a boat, and he did.
He did. He made it, right?
Yeah, he lived. He was looking for her, and she hid.
Legend.
Yeah, he was a nightmare.
He was a legend, though.
She was fucking stupid. She got on a boat to get out, and then she saw Jack, and she jumped off the boat back into the Titanic.
I mean, she wanted to save Jack in theory. You know what I'm saying? Did she? What do you feel about the door? I'm sure he could have fit,
but also here was my thing was like, okay, maybe we're in the middle of the ocean, and maybe I don't have to never let go. Maybe I'll be on this door over here, you be on this door over here, and we'll meet when the ship comes to save us. Why are we holding hands? What are we talking? Like when they're like he could have fit on the door. I'm like, yeah, or he could have just swam to another one and be like, hey, I'll be here, you be over here, and are you out of your mind?
It sounds like you're victim blaming a little bit. Are you maybe no,
I'm blaming her for wanting to hold his hand the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I think he could have fit. I think it could have fit on it. But even if he couldn't, if the argument is that they were too heavy to fit on the door, cool. I'm sure there were a plethora of doors.
I don't know if people talk enough about how Rose was a bitch?
I think because of the surge of like TikTok and them like fucking, you know, overanalyzing everything. I think so. I think they'll be like, the real villain is.
Dude, Pete from the Stand showed us the video yesterday of Rose doing her voiceover where she was
that
like,
was
to
wild.
most people, the ship was freedom and a new opportunity. To me, it was a slave ship.
Well, as she's
bringing me back to America in chains. I'm like, bitch, who is talking?
With this big fucking hat and her rich shit. Bitch, she's like, it was a slave ship. Like, girl, if you don't shut your damn mouth.
Bitch, are you Kunta Kinte? Is this the Amistad? I'm sorry. Are you a black person?
It was wild. It was really wild. They also tried to paint her to be like, she's getting a tour of the ship. She's like, are there enough boats for everybody to like safety boat? Like, bitch, you weren't thinking
bitch,
that.
You don't care.
You were eating caviar.
Yeah, you shut your bitch ass up, man.
I know, but she was a bitch, but she also was getting like, she didn't love this man. Her mom wanted her to marry him to save the money because her dad had died and they had no money left. So they were trying to marry rich to keep their money. And then she was miserable with this guy. And then he slapped her. He was abusive.
He was the only guy that understood.
Great actor.
Yeah.
Great actor. You know what I never got about ships and stuff? Or I think it's just a ship. But it's supposed to be like the captain of the ship. If your ship is sinking, you're supposed to go down with the ship. Motherfucker, toodaloo. Absolutely not. This is my ship, so I'm the captain. I'm gonna die on this ship. No, hey, it's my ship, and give me the first boat out of here.
Well, you know, this is also why we don't.
Are you out of your mind?
This is why we don't put women in power.
You would go down with the ship?
No, man, I would never go up with the ship. I would never rise to a position of leadership.
I won't go down with this ship. Remember that Dido? And Dido. I won't put... This is a girl who sang the Stan song. What was it? What's the Stan song, the Eminem song? What's the Stan?
Tears gone cold, I'm
same girl.
Why. Okay, I don't know her hits.
Dido. Fucking I won't go down with this
you know what you do? What you do? You
and I won't put my hand in surrender.
You know what you do? You take really deep, specific cultural references. And it's okay to have them, but then you make it seem like I'm fucking crazy for not knowing them.
I didn't even make you seem crazy.
It's infuriating.
Guys, he's attacking me today.
No, you're ridiculous.
I didn't even say, how do you not know that?
Do you know the Dido song? Who the fuck is Dido, bro?
The Stan bitch.
The fact that it's more troubling that you know his shit.
Why?
Yeah, that I know, but you know you can't.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I came home when I was in a miserable relationship? And I was like, I gotta break up this guy because I walked in and he was listening to Eminem in the bath and taking a shower. And, I walked into 2 trailer park girls go around the outside, and I was like, how did I get here? I walked in, I was like, I hate this guy.
You went in to like fucking have a fight, and he was 2 trailer park girls go around the outside.
And I was like, this is what you're listening to
in
what
the shower,
fucking loser,
naked.
I remember walking in and be like, I gotta get out of this relationship.
That is one of the funniest things I've ever heard. That's hysterical.
No, I want you to know that I was deeply upset about it. That like I went and told Jesse, I was like, this motherfucker was listening to what song is that?
Eminem.
Yes, who's back? That one. I was like, this motherfucker.
That's insane. That's so funny. That's so funny.
That's how I knew. I was like, I can't be with this guy.
And that was only what 4 or 5 years in. You pathetic woman. That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
That's the old me.
I'm trying to think of. I don't think I have anything close to that. That's really funny.
With the trailer park girls thing?
No, that's like such a funny thing to be like, oh, I fucking hate this.
Oh my God, it's so real though. I was like, get out of here with this. I haven't heard anyone listen to that song after '98 or whatever it came out.
So funny. I could just imagine him like washing his body. 2 trailer park girls around the outside. Around the outside. Around the outside.
I was so upset.
Oh, he was jamming too.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
That's
The little things that I would be like.
We overlook.
No, I didn't overlook it. I was like, this. We also got into a huge argument because he came home with a rice cooker. And I was like, why did you buy that? And he was like, because I want to make rice. And I was like, well, I am Puerto Rican, so I know how to make rice without that. And it was like a legit argument. And I was like, you're going to go return that.
Yeah. Trying to think the biggest red flag I remember from my last relationship this is pretty funny actually. It's not funny, but it's a huge red flag. We were like driving in Brooklyn and we got cut off by one of the like, you know, the Jewish people's school buses. Like, they have their own buses. She was like, the fucking Jews. And she was wilding. I was like, oof. I was like, hey, you can't say
oof, that. That's a very big red flag. Little thing.
And I was like, you can't say that. No, you don't understand. I'm like, I think I get it, dude. I don't think you understand.
I love how that was your red flag. Not her being like, hey, get a picture of me spreading my asshole.
Jesus Christ. That's how you know I was a like, battered and bruised man. Look at him. Yeah, I got you, babe. The internet's gonna love these. Just fucking. No, I'm not. I'm fine. I'm good. I love when everybody sees your ass crack. Shit. It is what it is, though, man.
That's so funny.
Different strokes. It's okay. Everybody out there. It's okay to be an Eminem fan. I guess it's okay to spread your cheeks on the internet. It's probably not okay to be.
I don't think it's okay to be an Eminem fan.
I don't think it's okay either, to be honest. But I'm just trying not to alienate too many people. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man, we've been through a lot, and I'm glad that we're here now. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the first half of the Soft Launch podcast. Before a lot of us, because we're about to get into the Bravo
Bravo stuff.
And before we do that, we just want to thank everybody who listens for listening.
Yes.
Dad, if you're listening, I know you are. Send me a bowling ball.
They have that?
Send a bowling ball emoji because
I didn't know they had that.
We out here knocking this shit down. We knocking pod episodes off left and right. All right, and then we're going to do some plugs and get into the Bravo Cap. You got anything coming up that you want the people to know about?
Just 23&1 on June 20. I cannot remember when this fucking show is.
Yeah, you're horrible.
The 27th, I think it is. Let's just check it out. We'll just let you know. Yes. June 27th at 9 p.m. at the Stand. Buy tickets. The link is in my bio. You can buy tickets for that. And then if you need to plan things ahead of time, July 29th, the Stand soft launch, our second show. Lineup is going to be crazy. We're going to release the lineup on Monday.
Yes.
It's going to be a crazy lineup. Good show, as always. Come out to that, and I think that's the only thing I have to really plug. I mean, I have a couple things. Oh, Union Hall! I'll be in Union Hall.
Oh shit! Yeah.
On July 15th.
Shout out to Gastor.
Yeah, shout out to Gastor. I'll be on Sandwich Comedy. Him and Jess Solomon booked me for that, so I'm super excited to perform at Union Hall. And that's really, I mean, come to all of my shows. You can find me always at the Stand. And you can also now find me a lot at the Comedy Shop. So that'll be really fun. I'm really looking forward to July. It's going to be great.
Booked and busy, you know what I'm saying? And for me, you can just follow me on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok at Peach Fuzz Poppy. I will be at the Stand every Friday and Saturday, midnight fresh. I am the resident host. So if you're ever looking for something to do on a late night, Friday, Saturday, come by the Stand. I'll be there with some of my funniest friends. Samantha's almost always with me. In July, we got soft launch on the 29th.
Yes.
And we got Brownish on the 23rd.
Oh, yeah.
Sunday the 23rd at New York Comedy Club. That's always fun. And I think that's it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's it for plugs. I don't really got anything crazy coming up outside of that.
We did City Winery yesterday. That was a lot of fun. If you guys came, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? We will be doing more big venues like that. I don't know exactly when, but definitely want to get out on the road in August. We'll figure something out. We'll let you guys know those dates. And you know what I'm saying? If you're listening to this and you still work in education, have a great summer, you know what I'm saying? But use this time to fucking big up yourself, you know what I'm saying? That school needs you more than you need them, and unless you're passionate about doing that shit, don't stay married to that idea, because that shit will grind you the fuck
JC
down.
is a battered teacher.
I cannot. And you know what? And if you're any kids who listen to this podcast, because y'all can follow me on TikTok
please
now,
don't though,
because I'm never now they can. I don't give a shit. I'll roast you motherfuckers back. All right, I don't give a fuck now. I'm unhinged. I'm loose. I'm ready to go.
All right, well, that's our plugs.
That is our plugs. You know
now we're going to get into our Bravo cap.
Yes.
So we obviously finished Vanderpump. We didn't watch the Secrets Unlocked or whatever the fuck it was called.
Maybe we'll go back.
We probably will. But we did get into Summer House Martha's Vineyard. We are caught up.
Yep.
And we got a lot to say about it.
I have unfortunately, it's a banger.
It is a banger.
What great television, great series. Shout out to Martha's Vineyard.
It is a banger. Could be better. They have to do a little bit of a recast.
But I will say there's something to be said about the fact that I still felt like it was a good show, even though most of the cast 100%. Members were insufferable.
Yeah, almost 99% of the cast is insufferable.
Yeah, a lot of.
Shout out to Preston for being great.
Preston and
Amir. I kind of like Amir a lot.
Probably and Amir, I didn't want to like him. I thought he was super corny coming in,
and then I really liked him.
He doubled down into his corniness. He always
fun about
kept
it.
shit light. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Amir. Amir's good people.
Yeah, I liked him when he was like, "I'll take the margarita for two, for one."
Man.
I'm like, oh, this guy's trying to have fun.
But let's go first. Let's go before we get into the plot. Let's go cast member by cast member.
Okay, so we start off
Jasmine and Silas.
Yes, because we have to. Silas, I want him to die.
Silas is amongst the worst.
One of the worst reality TV.
What a horrible.
I don't really want him to die, by the way, but
no, what a horrible show.
Oh my god! But can I just say that we were watching in the beginning, and JC was kind of standing for Silas.
I was, and also let's not get it lost that. When you're watching, Jasmine just seems like my people. She just really seems like my people.
Okay, 30 seconds into starting the show, and then as soon as she said more than 3 lines, I was like, I hate this bitch.
Yeah, they're both annoying. Silas is, I must say, for the record, terrible guy.
By the way,
terrible guy. By the way, super awful, super toxic. Just a wild dude, but what a dynamic for television. Not being an apologist, but I'm saying if you're going to be a fucking wreck and a mess and a dog,
I think
do it on TV.
A lot of the stuff that he's doing that is the worst is I think he forgets there's cameras in his room.
Bro. And also, why
are we watching them fuck so much?
100 times. How are you fucking that much and having that many problems in your marriage?
I'm lost by it. Yeah. White Claw's hitting, but
he was like dogging her for not ironing his pants right.
And then she didn't iron his pants right, and then it was like
burnt the cheese.
Then later on that night, he's like, "Baby, are we gonna talk about it?" She's like, "Talk." And she's drunk, trying to have a good time, and she's like, "Talk about what?" And he's like, "How you fucked up my pants." It's like, bitch, that was 8 hours ago. What are we talking about?
He was wilding,
and they're like so they're married, and they're dead set on like these roles. And she's like, "Well, I'm a wife now," and it's like, baby. He married you. Just be you. What are we trying to step into? Like, what are we in 1933?
Yeah, it's a pandemic relationship. You can tell
clearly. Yeah, like he did it outside
of it, and of like being together.
She was like home all the time, obviously, because it was the pandemic. And then he like just thought that was who she was. It's like, no, this bitch worked for Playboy. She's a party girl, and she should be allowed to be. And I don't understand that at all. Like, you marry somebody for who the fuck they are, and not like, okay, she's gonna turn into wife mode.
But they also got married super fast. You know what I'm saying?
2 years.
They got married like quickly.
I don't think 2 years is that fast.
Yeah, but in the pandemic, they didn't have they didn't have the context of who each other was as a person. They didn't see each other in different situations. Now
I guess.
What feels like blindsided by each other. The shit that's crazy to me about their relationship is the fact that Summer House Martha's Vineyard takes place over the course of 15 days.
Yeah, and they can't.
And day one, they are the picture marriage. They are perfect for each other. They are the hosts with honor and fucking grace.
Yeah.
And in fucking 10 days, bitch.
By the second day, we already started seeing some cracks.
You can't put a front on for 10 days, bitch.
It's so insane. You could kind of tell right away when she started talking about it. She's like, I'm struggling a little bit with the wife role. And I was like, ooh. Yeah. Not a good sign. And he kind of showed his ass the first day when he's like, Jordan. So then we'll talk about Jordan. Jordan, to me,
she had us in the first half. We're not gonna lie.
Maybe the first episode. I need her to be recast because I think she has everything, like looks wise. Like you want to watch her, and I didn't see this bitch smile one time. Yeah, she is just the most serious person.
Good time.
She's not a good time. Like even when the girls went out, they had girls night and guys night. Guys night was trash. They were awful. And usually it's the other way around. Yeah. The girls were having a great time, and like Jordan just wasn't. Yeah. And she's just not a lot of fun. And I think that her issue is that she did Playboy, and there's no shame in that. But I think she has shame in it.
She feels ashamed of it. 100%.
And she's like mad at Amir that he has a crush on her, and she's trying to like villainize him for being like into her. And she's like, I'm more than my body. Yeah. He's like, yeah, bitch, I know, I like you.
Yeah. To be fair to Jordan, what it looked like was it was a culmination of things that were getting under her skin.
For sure.
She came in with the Playboy baggage, and you can tell that she doesn't want to be defined by what she did at Playboy.
Cool.
Which fair. But also she was flexing on
Here's the thing,
she was also flexing it. The only black, cover Playboy person in the last Playboy of the month ever, or Playgirl of the month ever. Yeah. Whatever. The last Bunny of the month, whatever. She has her pride about it, but once you not even define her, once you bring it up and be like, yo, you're beautiful. Like, yo, your body's crazy. Like, once her looks get brought up, she's like, oh, there goes everybody.
Yeah, well, it's like, here, Jordan, here's the thing. Then be more than your body. Your personality stinks. Maybe people wouldn't be talking about your body and your looks if you had a fucking personality.
Yeah, if you're just fun.
She's just not fun. And it's like, I get, in the beginning, I was like, oh, I get it. Because to me, there's nothing worse. Like, I remember when I was younger, and that would appeal to me when a guy would be like, if I'd be at a party or like met somebody and they'd be like, yo, I want you to be my wife. You're so beautiful. And I'd be like, oh my God. Then you grow up and you're like, boy, if you don't relax, you making this big fuss because you think I'm hot. Like here, I hate that. There's nothing worse for me than a guy who only who sees you and he's just trying to get you because you're pretty. It's like, bitch, that is the least interesting thing about me.
I could understand her having her guard up coming in. Yeah. But after a while, it's like, bitch, you're not gonna have no fun
at all.
Bro. You're gonna make it look like Amir is just being mad annoying.
And he's being so cool.
Where you could also just be like, hey, I'm not interested.
And he would have backed off. Hey, because Shanice is showing me her titties.
Right. So I mean, Jordan, I think potential to be cool, but
I don't think so. I think she has no personality.
If she's gonna be there has to be 10 fun people to balance her out, because there's just no fun.
She's not fun at all.
Very pretty, not fun. Next, then we did Amir.
Bria.
Oh,
we didn't do Amir really, but he's cool.
We like Amir. Good people. It's hard to
really
be upset
say anything negative that he's doing.
He's good vibes. He's lighthearted. He's fun.
An ass that don't quit.
Yo, that boy's
Jesus.
Ass. Fat, super handsome
dump
guy.
truck.
I'm actually a big fan of him. Yeah, he's just kind of small. Like
you could tell guy. People were saying that when he was on Watch What Happens Live, like, oh, Andy casted this guy because Andy's got a crush on him. They said like you could tell on Watch What Happens Live that like Andy was like flirting with, like Andy was very into him.
I can't believe, he's fucking triple cheeked up.
He's triple cheeked up. He's a short king, but like he has a lot of confidence, and he's unapologetically corny, which I love. Like he's not like,
and he's confident without being like creepy about it.
Yeah, he's a super cool guy. I like him a lot. Then we have Bria, who
I thought I liked at first. That bitch is a nightmare. I'm sorry. Yeah. She's a fucking head case.
Yeah, Milo working overtime.
Bro, that is the most hardworking emotional support dog in the fucking business.
Yeah, Milo, best character on the show.
Get Milo an emotional support dog, because Jesus Christ, Bria has a meltdown every episode.
She's like in bed the whole time.
Her first one, you give her a pass because Silas is making sly comments about the dog being there at all. Right? Yeah. So then it's like, oh no, if Milo can't be here, I'm out. Milo stays. Bria's cool. Second one is people were being weird about Milo being there, about the dog swimming in the pool.
Well, not everybody.
Well,
just
Mariah
Silas.
And Jasmine.
Yeah, and Mariah. That's right. I forgot about her.
Right, Mariah. Horrible vibes up top
the whole time.
And then she gets into it with Bria. and throw, because Bria, the clothes for Milo were put in the same as the human clothes, which not a big fucking deal because you're washing it all together anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. And she got super weird about it, and then she like not threw the clothes, but she placed the clothes back in her chest. She
barely did it, but
one thing, they kicked Mariah out of the show for that.
Yeah, and
she did not deserve it.
She didn't.
I'm glad to see her go because she
was
stinks,
really bad vibes.
But you let Bria have that one too. What was after that? Then it was Shanice with getting naked in the pool.
I mean, bitch, you were just naked.
Y'all are blacked out drunk.
You're blacked out drunk, yes. I mean, a woman being topless, not so terrible. Puss out, yeah. Puss out?
And if you reverse the roles, I wouldn't like any of my homies
with their dicks out.
Big dick swinging all around my woman.
It's so funny to watch her in the pool, naked, or the jacuzzi or wherever they were, naked, and all the guys in the show, you could tell telling themselves, look in her eyes, and they're all like that, like, oh, Shanice, you're having fun, like just trying to because she's
but my shit
butt
with that,
ass naked,
my shit with
puss
that,
out.
My shit with that is also the context of that is they were both naked.
They were
2 minutes before that.
They were.
So if me and my homies are running around naked and that's the energy, and then y'all come in and in their drunkenness, they have a hard time reflipping that switch back to pants.
I guess
it makes more sense. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. What Bria was doing was making it seem like everybody had their clothes on and just Shanice was the only naked one.
I know, but I guess for Bria, she was like, as soon as the guys came, Bria put clothes on.
And fair, made sense. But also they're blackout drunk, so it's like, I can get you being upset, but the bitch dragged the shit out of it.
She dragged it.
Shanice, who is the only fun person on the entire show. Was Shanice, and she said, I'm coming here to fuck. I'm coming here to have a good time.
She said fuck, but
she did. She said, I'm looking for dick. I'm trying to have a good time.
I wanted her to get some. She didn't.
She wanted some, and then she had to leave.
She had to leave
the fucking vineyard to get dick. Yeah. That's how sad the show was. Bro, nobody was a good time.
Amir should have put it on
Justin,
her.
He should have, but he was fucking...
She's so funny because she just wanted to fuck Amir so bad that he's like in the shower and she just like walks in.
Because you can see, she was like, what's up with Amir? All right, I want to fuck him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, they share a bathroom, and he's like, he knocks on the door, and she's like, oh, what do you need? And he's like, oh, no, just take your time. He comes out, titties out.
She doesn't give a fuck.
Doesn't care.
And then Bria gets mad at her because she was naked in front of her man. Because Bria bring her man Simon from Germany, who looks a little bit like Elon Musk to me. And then Shanice was naked and they got into an argument, and then like they go to have a lunch the next day, and Shanice is taking her sweet time getting ready, and they're all sitting outside in the backyard, and her room faces that way. She comes out there, she's like, "Are we having fun?" And
with
she's
a
like,
top off. I was like, "Let's go. That's fun. That's how you troll. That's a good joke.
It was good.
Heart.
It was good.
Justice for Shanice. Bring her back full time. No other job. Come back full time.
She needs to come back. I
raise
like her
pay. Get her some dick on camera. That's
one
what
thing
I
about
see.
Shanice though that we know. She's crazy.
Oh, 100%.
But we need that for TV, so we like 100%.
That. But crazy, a healthy amount of crazy. I think the shit that
you need to be that on
that she gave, and I like bring her back.
Yeah. Then we have
Bria's unhinged. Get her off.
Get off the.
No. She was actually.
She could be fine.
She could be fine.
Then we have Nick, and Nick is cool.
Pig, get him out of here.
Oh, he was
DMing
cool.
everybody.
Oh wait,
and he's corny.
I'm thinking about Alex.
Nick is corny as fuck.
And get him off the show.
His thing was his fashion trash outfits. All of them.
He wears this barbershop
outfits.
Quartet hat, and it's just like a 2-3. It sounds like he's gonna start like.
He's a fucking loser.
He's a loser. So I'm wearing
DMing
polo.
everybody mad thirsty. Yeah, you guys ever heard of Ralph Lauren? Yeah, when I was fucking 12, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Nick's a loser. Alex is cool. I like Alex.
I like Alex's like Zen vibes. I think if I was on the show, me and Alex would vibe. Not like I don't want to fuck him, but like I'd be like, oh, this guy's cool. He's like into
Alex,
his mental health.
But you can't. Everybody can't just be shit. Like they needed the guy that got kicked off.
Yeah, what was his name?
I can't remember, man. He was fucking.
He was wild though.
Came in, shit in Nick's toilet.
Took a shit in Nick's toilet.
Yo, go flush that shit. And everybody's like, come on, man.
I think kind of wild to get him kicked out, but
no. He deserved to go because he just came in trying to fight everybody. Really, like he was funny as shit.
Now that I watched the show, I'm like kind of needed it.
No. I think the show. I bring him back too. Honestly,
yeah,
that would be fun for the show.
That would be fun. And then Preston,
make him a day one. Preston,
I think that he needed more camera time.
Yeah,
I love like he would. Because one thing about Silas and Jasmine is they want to have like house meetings. Like, what are we in Full House?
Yeah,
it's giving corny. It's giving sitcom.
Yeah,
and then it's like. Milo took a shit in the house. Ask Bria to pick it up, and it would have been over. And Silas like,
hey, we gotta have a house
meeting in 5 minutes. And
Preston's like, I'm not having a house meeting about shit on the floor.
I'm not having another house meeting in this house.
Y'all want the shit off the floor? Go pick the shit up.
But yeah, and then he said,
you knock on Bria's door.
Yeah, you passed Bria's room to come to me, talk to me about it. Go knock on her door and tell her that her dog took a shit.
And then Silas like, you need to step up. Okay, tell me why you're mad.
Yeah, Silas. One thing about men like that triggers like a very toxic part of me where I'm like, put me and Silas in a room together. I'm going to make him feel this big. Like there's nothing I love more than to really go hard at a man like that.
Yeah, man. He's
a nightmare.
He's losing it. He's doing bad. Then you got Jason loser, talks too much.
But one thing about Jason,
get him out of here.
One thing about Jason is you and him could be brothers.
Sure.
You're just better looking. He's
mad boring.
Boring.
Then the girl Summer, who's also boring, but apparently puts hands on Bria.
On Sunday, I think she'll be fun on this episode because she's gonna do something. Because I don't even remember her name half the time.
Summer, yeah, she doesn't do shit. But
she came in late, and they like I was reading a thing on Twitter that was talking about like they did so well, like because they had the cast switch up out of nowhere, and they had to bring in Jason and Summer like last minute. Like they were not supposed to be on the show.
Oh.
They only brought them in because Mariah and the other dude got kicked off the show the first episode.
Yeah.
So they brought and they had to try to make it work, and it was rough because there was like difficult. So I think they did really well for what they had, but it's bring them back next summer.
Yeah, definitely
also,
bring the show back.
Martha's Vineyard is beautiful, but I would like to see more of it.
Yeah.
Like they're in the house most of the time, and I think the weather stunk because they're always like so cold.
Yeah.
So I do want to see the show. I want to see more of the show. I want to see more of Martha's Vineyard because I've never even heard of it. I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never, I don't know anything about it. And I want to see more cast hookups.
More cast hookups. Bring more horny people. People
have fun.
People outside of relationships. Bring the fucking. Make it happen. Okay?
Yeah.
Season 1, people shouldn't be so tied up to other things.
They were also just like people were saying. I saw on Twitter like. Why was this was the most serious cast of any show? Like they wanted to be so serious, have these deep,
said it.
meaningful conversations. It's like, bitch, we're not watching it for this.
Shanice was like, yo,
yeah,
I thought it was gonna be more fun.
That's what she said.
Shanice and Amir were I felt like the only people that came there for that time
to have a good time.
Nobody else is on that. So if you got to recast or you got to pull people out the friend group, do it. But bring fun people.
Bring fun
people that's gonna be messy.
I was reading Preston's Twitter and he was saying the same thing. He's like, I went there to have a good time and like we were not having that. Yeah. So it's like bring back people who want to have fun because there were some episodes where I'm like, all right, man. Every episode we're having a meeting.
We need more Shanice, more Shanice energy, less Jordan energy. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to. Amir, fine. If Nick got to go. Alex can stay, but you got to bring 2 people. Like Alex can also go. You got to bring people that are going to have a good time.
To Jordan.
Yeah, he was. Get them both out of here,
guys. If you're listening, which I'm sure you're not anymore, but just stop being creepy around a pretty woman. Like if you can't act like yourself, damn, you looking thick in that dress. Like
if you can't just be
I don't
cool,
know you,
bro, and just chill and not make sexual advances.
It's so
for
annoying.
2 seconds, bro. Like. You can have fun without that.
Yeah, that was a lot. So if he didn't come back, I'd be okay with it because I felt like he overstepped a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
he deserves some.
One comment was like, "All right, I can overlook it," but he kept doing it to her, and I didn't like that at all.
Give me another season of Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, me too.
Out of the first season, pending the reunion,
there's not going to be a reunion.
Pending the finale, I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
But definite potential, definite bones on it. I want to see more.
Yeah, and then we watched Atlanta briefly. We're still not caught up. Yep. We have like one episode that we haven't watched, but week. I will say, get Marlo.
Get Marlo out of here and
Moldy Peach.
Tell me, give me a interview with production and tell me why they're backing her so hard.
Yeah, production is on her dick.
She is unhinged, and the fact that they're reaching so far to make it look like where she's coming from makes sense is very annoying.
It's very annoying.
And the season can't handle it.
It's just like. For me, Atlanta's always been great because they have beef, but it's like, they're always able to move past it. And I just feel like Marlo is not allowing that. It's just not fun. And then also, I'm going to say it.
Go for it.
Sonya's got to lose her peach too. She's not a good housewife. She's not strong enough. And I feel like she's only on Marlo's side because she doesn't want to be against her.
Yeah.
And she's very much friend of energy, even if...
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I think Sonya's boring. I think her family's crazy. I think she's crazy
it is boring.
for having her. I just think she doesn't give anything.
She can't
except for her fine ass husband. But other than that,
send her to Potomac.
Yeah,
get a rebrand over in Potomac. Who's actually compared to this Atlanta season, they're moving fine over there.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then Miami's coming back, which I'm super hype about.
Miami. That's
in July.
I mean, we're obviously biased because they're Latinas, but
best cat. Everyone's saying
best season last season for sure out of all the seasons.
But
we'll see what goes. Larsa Pippen's become somebody that I love to hate. And
did you see her video that she just did a dancing video last week?
No, but like I love to hate her because she like it's just It's fun. It's fun to hate. Larsa
They were like, this is as much as she gives to the Miami Housewives, and her dance moves are just like this. I'm like, that's right, baby, give us nothing.
She's a man. What a you know. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna be a little. What a whore, dude. What an absolute whore. What an absolute whore. I don't care, bro.
She's a nightmare. I actually don't like her on the show. I think she brings nothing. Yeah. I'm like not interested.
Horror was harsh.
I'm not interested in her storyline. I
am now.
She's not going to talk about it. That's why I don't like her. I don't like housewives that are like, hey, I'm going to be on this reality show, but I'm not going to give you any piece of my life.
So we'll see. We'll see
if she talks about it, but I doubt she will.
If Marcus Jordan's not a part of it, get her out of here, because that's the wildest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It's wild.
It's so wild. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And we got Scottie Pippen Jr. playing with Malik Beasley. Talk about it.
She's not.
That's
the thing, is she literally won't. She's not authentic or real about anything happening in her life. She's lying about it. She sits there, looks at the camera, and says, I've never had a BBL. That's my butt from before. And they put up a picture of her before, and she's like, yeah, I gained a little bit of weight. Bitch, what? What are we talking about? She is. And then, yeah, me and Scotty, we fucked 4 times a day, every day for our entire marriage. Yeah. Girl, if you don't.
Yeah, then why'd you divorce?
Yeah. When'd you have time to divorce? Also, what the fuck are you talking about? You had 1 million kids. How did you get out of here?
Yeah, she's a nut. But I just like hating her. She's there and she makes it easy.
I don't like her at all. I think she's a nightmare.
I don't like her either, but she's there. And if she's going to be there.
I think if the cast was the cast without her, I think we wouldn't even miss her.
No, probably not. But I do enjoy like getting mad about Larsa.
I hate that she's adopted the Kardashian. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't have a personality.
I guess we just like go there. Like, why are we talking so slow? That's an LA thing. You're from Miami.
Yeah, fuck her.
Oh my God.
Miami's coming back. New York's coming soon.
Yeah, I'm excited. But I've never watched New York Housewives at all, because when they announced that New York was getting a show, and I was like, oh, an all-white cast in New York City? That's so unlikely.
Yeah, to scrounge the earth to find that.
And then apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently all of the original New York Housewives are not even from New York.
I can imagine.
They're all like Upper East Side, or, you know. So this one, apparently they're all over the city. And my boss, one of her kids goes to school with one of the new housewives, so I'm excited about that. It feels like close quarters.
So we're gonna be watching.
So we'll be talking about that, but that was pretty much it. That is it. If you haven't watched Martha's Vineyard, you should pick it up. I think that it will be better next season, because I think they're probably watching back and like, we have to give. Yeah. So I always feel like second season is always way better than first season of any show, because I think they get to watch themselves and see what they did wrong, and like, okay, I got to come harder. So I agree. Yes. But that's about it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for tuning into Soft Launch Podcast. Yes. We will see y'all next Wednesday. Yes. Bye. Peace.